I know why they did it.
They came in your room while you were sleeping.
While I was sleeping, yeah. Yep. I know, but I know why they did it. About an hour later, Terry says, Annie, that's the golden retriever, pulled her in the house, was scared as heck, and she almost tripped on the steps. Annie was pulling her so hard.
Yep. The dog was pulling your wife in.
That hard, yeah. Can you guys tell me what's going on here? What is going on? So instead of going out of the woods, getting down to the power line and walking home that way, I said, I'm just walking through the woods. And I'm doing else, and I get stopped, like I said. Oh my God, I get overwhelmed. And I say, thanks. Here's what they said.
Welcome back to the Eye of Jupiter podcast. I'm your host, Tom Franklin. Today we have on Randy. He lives in northern Minnesota, and his property seems to be a hot spot. Actually, the wonderful Sasquatchers, go and check them out over on YouTube or wherever you get your Sasquatching, updates and data and all that kind of thing. They're lovely people. They were on the podcast already, and Randy told me this is where this happened. We're going to go through some pictures, and we're going to go through his experiences and what they have spoken to him accordingly. So I'm looking forward to hearing that just as much as you are. If you keep coming back to the Eye of Jupiter, or if this is your first time here and you want to support the show, please do me a favor, like and subscribe to the channel. And if you listen to me over on MP3, as always, go ahead and rate that and subscribe as well. Share it with your friends. Go ahead and to the bottom. If you want to contact me, you can contact me through any of my social medias with the links below, or you can reach out to me at the Eye of Jupiter podcast at gmail.com. One more time, the Eye of Jupiter podcast at gmail.com, and I'm looking forward to your email, and I will have you on the show. So, with all that out of the way, let's walk into the show, Randy.
Hey, thanks.
How's it going, buddy? How's it going?
Oh, good. Real good.
Once again, thanks for coming on. I know I kind of told you in the green room, but thanks for coming on and sharing this with me today.
Oh, yeah, I want to. There's so much wrong being said about the Sasquatch people that I want to share what I know, and I just want to insert this. I don't give opinions or theories because to me that's just guessing. I'm going to tell you what the Sasquatch people have told me, and mind speaks, and I'll tell you about them. But I want to tell you how this all started at the beginning.
Sure. Yes. Just go ahead and tell me a little bit about yourself. Maybe where you're from, a little background, and if there's anything you want to promote or whatever that may be. If not, that's also fine. And that way, the listeners and or watchers of the channel know a little bit about you.
Okay. Well, I'm 66, and I'm a musician.
Looking good, dude. Damn, I wouldn't have guessed that.
I powerlift in competition. Well, I used to powerlift in competition. I got hurt, shoulder surgery, small hernia. Now I got a mesh in my stomach. That's 20 years ago. But I was deadlifting 500, squatting 500 at 143 pounds, drug-free. But I'm doing it again.
There you go.
Just because I got a full gym in my basement and I want to go to a meet again. Here's the thing. Not that I'm going to try to set records. I can't do that. But anybody in my age group's not doing it. So whatever I do is a record.
You got to scratch that ego one way or another, buddy. That's awesome. Yeah. But if you're going to do it by getting stronger and healthier, dude, ain't nothing wrong with that, buddy.
Exactly right. So I knew when I was 8 years old, I was going to be a musician. I started an accordion. I'll have to say I've never really had a day job. My mom dad owned a general store. I could work there, but so I've been on the road about 50 years now. I still play in a band, have my own band. I play keyboard, sax, sing, but I have a sound production company where I provide PA and lights for the national act, whatever I get booked.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man, that's cool. I'm a musician myself. I haven't had a chance since coming to Mexico. I've just been scratching and clawing and grinding just to make sure that I can take care of myself. But so this Halloween, Christmas is over. an electric guitar is going to come back into my hands one way or another, and I miss it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I played with lots of national acts as a sax piano player. One's like, the Temptation, the Shirelles, the 50s, 60s acts, the Coaster.
Oh, okay. They were more the 80s, 90s metal, Metallica, Slayer, Pantera.
Well, yeah, okay, man. Guess what? This must be a month now. I just got done doing Zakk Wylde.
Oh, dude, wow. Did you meet him?
Oh yeah, I was right. I did all the equipment for him. It was
Are you
it was
fucking?
my company.
I fucking love Black Label Society. Is that
Yep.
that was up there? Black Label Society.
Here's what it was. It was on Black Label Society, and it was a keyboard guitar player that plays with Zakk Wylde also. So they played. There was another band, a Guns N' Roses tribute band, and it was Zakk Wylde called. He's calling the show Zakk Sabbath, doing a tribute to Ozzy because he used to be with Ozzy.
That's true.
Now he's with Pantera now.
Yes,
and in Black Label Society, but really nice guy.
Yeah, but he'll never
Good
be
guy.
dime. You know, Zakk is Zakk. Zakk's great in what he does. I love his style on Black Label. I just love the way it feels, and it's very deep and stuff. I like that feel. I like his voice, the way it's very kind of uplifting and powerful.
But
my favorite is Dimebag, man. He's my favorite guitarist of all time. He's just
he's not arrogant at all. Just like a nice guy. Yep.
Great.
Just like you would think he'd be. That's what he is.
Yeah, cool. I love his beard too. So
that's what I do, and that's what I still do.
Okay, please
continue. So I got
the
the straight truck, or like the semi, Freightliner, and the littler truck, and all that. And I'm not working right now. I don't go till January 7th to the casino in Wisconsin on Turtle Lake, helping them teach the guys there how to run sound, and that's what I'm doing now until my next job comes up of sound.
Awesome.
One thing before I get into it, the hardest thing for me is doing these production jobs. I run monitors, to stand there and watch, but can't play. I can't get them to play with them. I just got to watch.
It does suck, dude. It does suck. I mean, the coolest thing that ever happened for me is that I opened for a band in Austria. That's where my bands were. I lived in Germany 20 years, and we opened for. We didn't open. We actually ended the show, so it was the headliner, and we were able to squeeze in. We were like, dude, if we get 10 people watching this, we don't care. And they hooked us up to a backline of Mesa Boogie full stacks with 100 watts going through them. And
that'd be good.
It was moving even though my drummer had it on the carpet, it was moving his freaking foot pedal, was missing towards the end of the song. And each time we would have to pull it back and screw it down tight. So it was bumping.
That would have been.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. All right.
Yeah, I've been all over the world. I played Korea for 6 months and all the Army bases. I was in the band that played the last Army base before North Korea. I wasn't that comfortable because they had tanks there and barbed wire and whatever, it was at Camp Casey. And I've been to Switzerland and played. But I like it, but I don't really feel comfortable over there. I'd rather be in the States.
America. I got you, buddy.
Okay, here's what I want to tell. It started 12 years ago. I was never a believer in Sasquatch, Bigfoot. It wasn't a non-believer, wasn't a believer. I never gave it a thought. Didn't think nothing of it. Same as the Loch Ness Monster. I know about it, but I don't think nothing of it.
Okay.
And so I'm real big in the deer hunting thing. And so I don't hunt in no fields or nothing like that. I just make my stand deep in the woods. But when I was 12 years old, Dad would put me back in a deer stand back in the woods and leave me there. I didn't know. I had to stay there because I didn't know where he was. Stay there. And they were really big in the meat hunting thing. And if you didn't get a deer, what's wrong? Your gun ought to need to be sighted in. So they were the big meat hunters. No, I'm not that no more. But I'll set in my stand from 5 a.m. until 5 p.m. dark till dark. I don't get up for nothing. No heat in them or nothing.
You stay the whole day?
I stay the full day. But
wow.
I see a lot of deer. The reason I see a lot of deer because I'm there and I'm quiet.
Also, you get them from sometimes, even though they bed down in the morning, so you're there. Sometimes they get up and move.
They move a lot.
Or you get them on the evening. You either get them in the morning.
I get them around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock, because maybe there's some other people get out of their stand and go eat their lunch or their breakfast, and they've moved the deer.
Right.
And that's why I'm there.
All right.
And I just hate to get out of the stand because there might be a big buck coming 100 yards away, because I'm deep in the woods, not in no field or nothing that I don't see, and I'll never see it. So I just sit there.
Okay.
Is it tough sometimes? Yeah, but I try not to look at my watch because it looks like you said a couple hours. Looks like it feels like a couple hours, and it's only been 5 minutes.
It'll happen. Okay. That's weird. So it's a weird thing.
After deer hunting's over, so after deer hunting's over the next day, and we always have snow on the ground usually, I will go back on the state land. Now, somebody said one comment to me one time, "Man, I can't wait to get back to the park and walk around." No. The state land here is Minnesota owns the land. You can go on it, but there's no park. It's just deep woods, uninhibited, nothing. And it's landlocked. older farmers have it. Nobody goes back there. We live on 40 acres here, but then I can go back behind the house, back in the state land there.
Okay.
So, yeah. So that Monday morning, 12 years ago, like I always do, I start walking back to the state land. I get past my stand. All of a sudden, I come across all this deer hair. I could see in the snow a deer bed, and a deer bed. 3 deer. Something killed 3 deer in their bed and left nothing but hair. Some blood on the trees. It was massive hair, and I sent you some pictures of that. I think of hair. Thought I did.
Yeah,
Maybe I did.
I'm going to take a look, see real quick, and grab it because that's interesting. Is it in the snow?
No, there's 3 pictures of different times that I sent you, and it looks like sheep wool, but it's deer hair.
Okay, I got
Maybe I didn't send it to you.
No, I got it, man. I got it. I'm going to pull it up.
You got it?
Yeah. Share screen. I'm learning, man. Now that my internet and my computer works well with me, I'm getting better at doing this. So this right here is what you're talking
deer
about.
Hair. There's no bones, no hide. This is overnight. This was in the fall.
It literally looks like
that deer hair.
It looks like if you clean out the bottom of a bird cage. I used to have parrots back a long time ago. It's quite what it looks like fluffy in the wind kind of. Wow. Okay.
That's a lot of deer hair. That's not just one deer.
Yeah.
But anyways, it looked like that. But there's snow on the ground because this was in November, the last Monday of November. Deer hunting's done. So I'm looking at it and I think, oh my God, a pack of wolves back here. And I do feel weird, but I think a pack of wolves. I got no gun or nothing. That's what I'm thinking. I take a picture of it. I get home. I want to show Terry. That's my wife. My Facebook thing says Terry Randy Bauer. Terry's my wife. So Terry, you got to see this. I've never seen nothing like this before. I go to show her and the picture's gone. The picture's not there. Well, I had a brand new iPhone, whatever it was 12 years ago. And I thought, oh God, I must not have known how to save the picture. I didn't save it. I know now what happened, but back then I didn't.
Okay.
So, about a week later, before we go on the road in December, I was telling Terry there's a little deer food plot behind her house that alfalfa and clover was planted.
Okay.
And I said, Terry, this is really weird. There's no deer tracks back in our 40 acres here. There's no deer tracks crossing the river going back towards the state land. It's the weirdest thing ever. Well, I didn't think no more about it. I still thought maybe some wolves really must have moved in here and they went somewhere else. So we go on the road and our band plays like Wyoming, Nevada, Arizona, the western states full time. We come home after gone about 4 or 5 weeks. Well, we got home in February, middle of February, and the snow was past your knees. And I don't mean drifted. I mean in the woods. That's how deep the snow was.
Okay.
And it was going to be 40 below that night, not wind chill on the thermometer. So I knew I could take the snowmobile and drive around back the old trails back there. Now, this is from the old logging days. You can barely get a snowmobile down or a four-wheeler. It's not no road or nothing. And I knew I could do all that and drive home. My snowmobile tracks would freeze because I still like walking the woods all the time. And I knew I could walk my snowmobile trail because it'd be full of dark.
Wow,
so I did that. So still nothing about no Sasquatch stuff in my mind. So I'm doing it. I'm walking around. I get closer to home and I come across these tracks. Now, after it's all said and done, I measured them. They were 17 inches long. They were in line. When a human walks staggered, these are totally in line, like a model would walk in line. They were 6.5 to 7 feet between each step, perfectly in line. And they even stepped across we live by the Cormorant Rivers. They stepped across that. I'm looking at them. I'm kind of laughed to myself. Is this Bigfoot? I'm looking at him. I've never seen nothing like it. Now, in a really deep snow, and a deer jumps, you're going to see the belly hitting in between steps. You'll see a belly and it'll be messed up.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
These weren't not messed up. This wasn't no deer, and I know a lot about deer hunting. So I get home. I look up Bigfoot, Minnesota. I come across this group called SRA, Sasquatch Research Association. Some of them used to be part of the BFRO. They broke off, did their own thing in Minnesota. They had a thing I could fill out. If you got pictures of anything, send it to them. It wasn't even an hour. The head guy, Jim, calls me and says, Randy, you got a Squatch. And that's how this all started. And he told me what to look.
How long have you been living on this plot of land?
Since 1979.
And there was nothing between then and 13 years ago?
Well, not that I know of.
Of course. I mean,
okay,
what I'm trying to do is because I'm trying
Yep.
to set a basis that for some reason there seems to be either more sightings or more of them, or they're pressured, or however that is. I'm sure you'll tell me later, but I'm just trying to set a baseline for that
Yeah.
you were there for that long without noticing anything.
I can. And this fort, my dad has lots of land, or he did. He's not here no more. Lots of 40 acres in a row. They also had 300 some acres of hunting wooded land with an old cabin on it, no electric to it or nothing. And we always hunted there. They had it for a long time. In fact, when he was younger, they bought it for $12 an acre.
Damn.
All this hunting land. So I never hunted at this house here. Just lived here, never hunted here. And there was never no spot for a house here. They had to clear a couple acres to put a house here in 79. So maybe there was always here, and I just didn't know it because I never went back on the state land. I didn't do anything here.
Okay.
So okay. So he said, Randy, you got a Squatch. And he told me what to look for. See if I got structures like X's, teepees, A's. And I got more evidence and structures than anybody in the country for some reason at this place here. Okay. I don't go research I'm not even a researcher. Go other places. Somebody says they might have seen one across the road 5 miles from here. I don't go there and look. I don't need to do that. And I don't do that. So in the spring they came here.
Okay, I'm gonna show some of these. Some of these structures as you're talking. I don't want you to be afraid.
Oh yeah, go ahead. And I didn't even really send you anything. I have lots.
Yeah, I'm sure you didn't. You just kind of gave me a little taste of what's going on, and that's fine.
Right,
that's fine.
That teepee right there is by my gifting area that I do now, right behind the house here. That teepee.
Okay.
So that's one.
Continue, please. Yes. Whoa.
That there's Jason Kenzie. He's got the.
Oh, I know Jason. Yes, I've had him on.
Yep. Well, they did a thing here, a documentary here on number 10. I guess it won 5 international awards and whatever. I don't get no money out of it. That's not what it was about.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. And, so you started finding. They told you to go back there and look for the
structures.
Markers. Yeah.
Jim did. Yeah.
Okay.
And I started looking, and I said, Jim, I got so many here. It's crazy. There's no root base there or nothing. And I'll get into this a little bit here, but since I've been hunting since 12 and I'm 66, I have never seen sticks fly through the air and land in an X, land in a teepee, land in an A, land in a triangle ever in my life. And of course, trees get blown over and dead sticks fall over and stuff, but that's not what I have. I have real structure.
So something with intention.
I know what the X's mean. They have told me what the X's mean, but I'm just kind of setting it up right now.
Yeah, dude.
Later down the road.
You're doing great.
Okay, so. And then I have to skip ahead, otherwise we'd be here for a week. So I'm just giving you the high points. Okay. So then we had a guitar player. We had a trailer house in our yard. 12 by 60, had a roof on it, and it was given to me by my uncle. It was his hunting thing. He didn't want it no more. It's nice inside, but it didn't have electric. So I buried 3 extension cords from my house, our house.
Up the code. You're up the code. I got you.
Right. And only reason I did that because say we come home, we're only home for 4 or 5 days. They might be from Florida, Missouri. The musicians, they can't go home, come back again. And then we go out on the road. And our agent was from New York. He'd book us in like 5 or 6 weeks. We come home for a week. We go out again. And so one morning he came to the house and he said, Randy, I'll never sit out there again, ever. Damn. I said, what happened? He said he was sitting at the picnic table about 4 a.m. Our yard light's not working, so this is how bright it was. He said something walked through the yard, walked by the trailer house that had red eyes, a cone head. It was massive, big, and it sounded like the Tasmanian devil. That's how he explained it. So I thought he was making that up, making fun of what I'm saying and all that stuff. And now I still haven't seen one yet. So we go on the road there. We come home again. Everybody's gone. We're going to be off for a while. Another time, I'm kind of guessing the times now, 3 or 4.
Yeah, of course.
Our yards and lights are not working. Our window's open. It's summertime. It's hot out. Me and Terry get woke up to something walking through the yard again at the end of our yard, along the fence line, going towards the river. So coming from the west, going east, our yard's open. There's only a few trees there. And it was doing that same sound. It was the craziest thing. And I can kind of do it. So I tell Jim about it. And he tells me, Randy, go to the Sierra Sounds. I had never heard nothing about. I didn't know nothing about no Sierra Sounds.
Oh, Mr. Ron
Never
Moorhead
knew
himself.
about Sierra Sounds.
Yes.
So I look up. He said, Ron Moorhead. Look it up.
Yeah.
Exactly what went through our yard was the same as the Sierra Sounds. So it was kind of like talking like.
Oh yeah. The samurai chatter. I think
the samurai chatter. It was like that. Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead now. Jim said you don't want to feed them. If you do that, that's going to be bad for you if you quit. Don't ever do that. Well, I want the interaction. I wanted to learn more. So I didn't listen to him. I did feed them. I took 6 apples, cut them in half, and had 12 halves. At the time, my uncle, we had the 40 east of our connecting was 80 acres that my uncle owned. But he sold it to the farmer. He wasn't supposed to, but he did. That we didn't know because my son-in-law was going to buy it. Anyways, and it's still wooded and all that, but he fenced the darn thing. But back then, I could take a 4-wheeler from the house and go all the way back there. So I had the 12 halves. I had an aluminum ladder out of a double section ladder.
Okay.
And I brought that with me on my 4-wheeler because it was light. I go way back there in the state land. This is when I first started doing the gifted thing. I'd never done it before. And I took popple trees. Popple trees have soft bark. So if a bear would climb up, raccoon, porcupine, whatever, I would see scratches in the bark.
Yeah, the poplar. Mm-hmm. It's white, exactly. Isn't it? Isn't it whitish?
Yes, they're whitish.
Yes. Yeah.
So I put the ladder up there. And the ladder is a pretty tall ladder, 10 feet or 12-foot section. And I climbed up as far as I could up there, and I reached out on branches as far as I could. Too tall for deer to get it. Too tall for a bear to stand on its hind legs and get it. And they were gone every day. I went out there every day, and they were gone. 12 halves gone all every day. No scratches in any of the trees. I put each half in a different tree in the circles around the area.
Okay.
And there's an old deer stand there. After a week of doing that, I decided I'm going to sit in that stand, see what I can see. So I'm sitting in there. I seen my first Sasquatch. It came from the north. Come out of the west, went to the east where the apples were. I'm sitting there like this here. All of a sudden I heard a little noise. I look, and it was massive. There was a black one. I seen it plain as day. Walked in that little section of woods. The trail is just wide enough for a 4-wheeler because it's starting to grow in and go towards those apples are. And I thought, oh my God, them things are real. That's the first thing I said. And then I said, man, I don't want to sit here. Them thing it's here, but I don't want to get down either. I didn't want to sit here. I want to get down.
Yeah.
I waited for a little bit, maybe 10, 15 minutes or so, and then I finally got down. I'm glad I had my 4-wheeler there. Right. I have to walk 2 miles back home. So I just get the heck out of there. Because still, I don't know what they are or what they're not. I'm watching all those shows and all that, taking it all in, trying to learn everything I could. I watch every show you could get your hands on, books and all that.
Right.
90% of them are wrong. The shows are for entertainment, period. That's what they're for. And that's what those shows are steering the masses wrong.
Okay.
Yep, they are. I'm going to put this in there. I won't say no names. Most of those people in those shows talk like they know what they're talking about. It'd be like me right now talking about your house. How can I talk about it? I've never seen it.
Right.
They've never seen a Sasquatch before. The famous documentary stars, they've never seen one. So how can they talk about it? They've never seen one. That is my take on that. Okay, so that happened. Then I started gifting in another spot, a little bit closer, but still in the state land. And they'd move my stuff around, take my peanut butter and apples. Last year I went through 300 jars of peanut butter and 30 bags of apples.
Damn.
Yep. Okay,
wow.
I'll tell you. Huh?
Wow. It's just.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's okay. Just, I've never heard of no one's ever told me like an amount that has been gifted, and that was just the first time some type of number sunk into my head. So it was quite not alarming, but just interesting information.
And you got that picture of the peanut butter caps?
Yes, I do. Let me go ahead and grab those.
Put that up there, then I'll talk about that.
Sure. Oh, I messed up. Somehow I bumped off Facebook. Give me a second. Go ahead and do this. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. While you're finding it, bears do get my peanut butter. Raccoons do get it. And when a bear gets it, the lid is broken in half. The jar is ripped in half. Teeth marks all in it. It's laying down by the tree. There's residue in it. That's a bear. Raccoons chew a hole in the bottom. or take the cap and there's bite marks all around it, trying to get it off. That's raccoon. When a Sasquatch gets it, I go out there and I got 4 nails in a tree, and only about 4 feet up or 5 feet up, not high up. I take the lid off, take the paper off, put the lid back on, and lay the peanut butter and the 2 nails like that. Sometimes there's 2 of them like that. Okay.
Okay.
And I go back the next day. Keep
Yeah,
going.
I found it. Yeah, I found it.
Okay.
I wish I was better at this, but I'll get there. There we go.
That's all right. So,
is this what you're talking about?
Yep, that's what I'm talking about. See that? And see the triangle of the sticks there? There's one here you don't see going across. I never did that.
They put that there.
They put that there. So they take the lid off and they put the lid in color order. I did not touch them lids after I took the paper off and put it back on.
Is there also yellow lids up there, or is that the flowers?
Yeah, that's yellow lids, red lids, blue lids, brown lids over there. There's a couple orange ones right there.
Okay, guys, if you're listening to this on the MP3 only, come over to the YouTube side. You've got to see this. All right, man, please.
Okay, so they take the lid off, and the jar is gone. Now, I don't know if I sent you a picture of that. The jar is gone. It's not to be found anywhere. And I walk the woods a lot trying to see if I can find it. But sometimes they'll bring the jar back. They'll bring the jar back, and they'll put it upside down the branch of a tree, and it looks like it went through a dishwasher. It is perfect. There.
Yes, I do.
They did that. See that? That jar is perfect.
I was wondering what you were trying to show me there. That is
There's one there.
There's one behind it.
There's one there. Oh, there's 10 of them back in this area here. I didn't do the panoramic. I just sat there and took a picture of that.
This is incredible.
Oh,
this is incredible.
I did not do that.
Wondering what that was.
Now, I do got some at home here outside of jars that bears got to. There's a big difference. They're ripped right in half. There are teeth marks in all of them. That's the difference. So that is what I do with the peanut butter jars. Okay, by my peanut butter tree, that's what I'm calling it. And I think I showed you either the marbles or something. Something of my little trinkets?
Marbles.
I think I did, but I'm not sure.
I'll take a look.
Be like little wooden blocks or little marbles on a green power transformer.
I'm working on it. Let's see. We got
that'll just show what I'm talking about.
We got. Oh wow! Here's some more of those peanut butter things. Yes, there's even one pointing in the other direction. Here's them themselves. So we got some skulls.
Oh yeah. Okay. So show the skulls. That we're talking
about. Sure. Let's go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Let's see. Share screen. Facebook. Yeah. Okay. This is the wonderful Jason McKenzie again.
Okay. Yeah.
Where is that?
That's a structure. Okay. So let's stop. Well, you got it up. I'll talk.
This here?
Yeah. That there. They put X's by my steps of our house, like that right there. This is right by the steps of our house.
There's 2 little X's on the twigs there.
Yep. And sometimes they'll take them. They're not there. Sometimes there's 4. Sometimes there's 2 like that. And that other little stuff, which I don't know what it means. So I want to tell you about the X's mean a little down the road, but that's when I say X's by my house.
Where is that? I know I just seen it. You know when you
maybe I didn't. I can see them. That's just more deer hair from another.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out where this picture of all these skulls. I see. There it is.
There it is. That's the skulls they gifted me. They give me those skulls.
Okay, there's a cattle jawbone. Is that a cattle head too, right there?
That's a horse head that I found in the bank of the river. Now I found that and I just laid it there.
Okay, and the rest they gave it to you?
I don't think so. No, I found it.
Oh, no, I mean, and I said the rest of it.
The rest of them they have given to me. Now I know they've given to me because they'll be on the steps of our house, our little deck. They'll be in a deer stand. There'll be a walk in the woods, come back exactly the same way. And there's a skull laying there. Well, it didn't walk there by itself. And we don't have trespassers. We only have one neighbor across the highway there. I don't talk to the neighbors about this here. And there's nobody knows when I go out in the woods, they're not going to say, I'm going to go put a skull out there and see if Randy finds it. That's not happening at all.
Yeah, that would be more than weird.
Exactly.
Okay, so this is very interesting. These little X's and these little crosses. I have somebody in Canada who's experiencing this. And I'm not going to get too far into that. He has his own thing, I'd imagine. We're going to find out what it is that you want to tell me. Well, I'm actually kind of excited the way you're doing this, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
Please. Yeah.
They do a lot of things. I'm not scared of them. I ask them to come to the house all the time. They mess with us all the time, hit the house, and you can might as well show the finger streaks now where they hit the house
Yes.
all the time.
On the redness there.
Yeah, that's a sighting of this house here.
Okay, let me go ahead and do that. Share screen.
And when they hit the house, it like shakes the house. It is loud.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge.
Okay, no, okay, that's not the house. That's that trailer house. Mike Quass, I call him the book writer that wrote the book about this place. He was in about 2 a.m. He gets woke up. Okay, that's about there. Now it's coming in clear. That's where they hit the house right there, and they hit it and they go like that.
Okay,
that's their oily finger streaks they leave.
Okay, what's the white stuff there? Just paint? Oh, it's bird droppings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Nothing from them.
Okay, so you were talking about this being on that house.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, there's one. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 7. Anyways, about 2 a.m. he gets woke up. He's staying in the trailer house that night. He goes in there. He gets ready to lay down in his air mattress, and wham! The next day we go out there where it hit right by his head, and that's what we seeing right there. And that's his hand. He's about 6 foot tall, so he's got long fingers. Look how big that streak is. I don't know if they have 7 fingers or they went like that. I'm assuming they went like that. But that's 7 streaks there.
Yeah. Or maybe they did it twice. I don't know.
No, it was one hit. Boom.
It was one hit? Okay.
It was one hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It kind of, what's the word I can say? Kind of freaked him out. He didn't go out and look. He didn't.
Of course not. Of course not. Okay.
Okay, let's see here now. Before I get into tell you all the things they do at the place there, Jim said I used to carry a rifle all the time because I still didn't know no better. I didn't know what was going on and what they were, any of that.
Of course.
He said, Randy, you got to stop carrying a rifle. They know what a rifle is, and you got to talk to them. I said, talk to them out in the woods by myself. I said, I'm going to feel dumb doing that. He said, it'd be like me walking in your house. You're going to wonder who's coming to my house. And you got to wear a GoPro camera backwards. I said, I don't have one. He said, take your phone, go like that every once in a while.
Oh, yeah, that's like a Scott Carpenter's kind of thing.
Yep. So I'm doing that. I felt really dumb. And nobody's home at the time, so I'm back across the river on the swampy area of the state land back in there. And here's what I said. Hey, I say you guys, whether they're male or female, I just say you guys. Hey, you guys, this is Randy. You know me. I'm just looking at your stuff, trying to learn about you and all that stuff. I'm harmless. I said that a lot that day. And I felt dumb doing it, but now I'm comfortable talking to him because it works. But anyways, I finally get home. I'm sitting on the couch by myself there. There's nobody home. I'm looking at my pictures. Oh, my God, I got 3 Sasquatches here, and I'm all excited about it. And all of a sudden, a pound on the side of the house. Now, this is the first time they hit the house. And I'm thinking, what? I get startled. Who's hitting the door? Who's knocking? We don't get no company here. You can't even see our house from the highway. We don't get no company. I get up to walk, get in the kitchen there, and a female voice that goes, Randy, just like that. I said, oh, there is somebody out there. I go out there, and there's nobody there. There's nothing there.
That's scary.
So I look around where I think I'm looking around the house, see if I see anybody, and there was a white oily handprint on the side of her house like that. That was the first time they hit the house. Said my name. Now, did they say it with their mouth or did they put it in my mind? Because there was nobody there. I don't know, but it was plain as day. But I've had mind speaks before now. Now, I'm going to tell you about mind speaks. Oh, I think I'm going to have a banana. That's a thought. A mind speak is not that. It takes over my whole body. It overwhelms me totally. It's that clear. It's clearer than me and you talking. It just engulfs my body when I get a mind speak.
What does that feel like?
How can I say it? But different than what I said.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is like
it engulfs my whole body down to my toes and my head.
Okay, what I'm saying is if you notice it, like the first time, I'm sure you try to reject it and push it out. What was there any type of like resistance to you pushing?
No. I didn't try to reject it. When it happened the first time, I stopped and said, "Oh my God, thanks." That's the first time. That's what I said. Oh my God, thanks.
So it's not uncomfortable.
It wasn't to me. No, not at all.
Okay.
No. But I asked them, and I want to wait a little bit, but I did say, hey, can you guys tell me what you are? What is going on here? I started walking home, and that's when I got it. That stopped me dead in my tracks, and I'm right in the middle of the woods coming home. We live by a power line corridor, so you can go at our house there, go down in the yard a little bit, maybe 75 yards, and right to the power line. Okay, so where was I at? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, then it said my name and all that, hit the house the first time. I still haven't seen him except for that first time. And then I had to go to Minneapolis. My wife, Terry, she's working up by Canada there. You know, in Minnesota, it's got that peak up. Like this.
Yes, and there's actually like a little section that's separate.
She's up there working on the resort, fishing resort up there.
Okay.
So I'm totally home by myself. But I had to go to Minneapolis there and play as a sub saxophone player, keyboard player with this 70s disco band called Boogie Wonderland. I don't want to drive my pickup down the muddy driveway, so I decided to go down. I could drive down the power line. There's another approach almost at the end of it. 40 acres square is a quarter mile by quarter mile by quarter mile by quarter mile. I get almost to the very end of it. And in the next 40 acres, which is all wooded, is my daughter, Rachel's father-in-law. And I'm looking down there, and I see this thing. It's kind of reddish, brownish like, and it's massive, huge. And I'm thinking, what is that? And it was behind some little popple saplings like this, 3 of them. But it's down. And I'm thinking, what is that? Oh, that don't look right. I'm going to walk down there and see what that is. I start walking down to it, and I get like, I'm guessing 175 yards away, and it stands up. It's the auburn brown Sasquatch. I'm getting like 50 yards. We looking at each other. I'm not scared. I mean, bewilderment, I guess, is the word. But for some reason, I don't know if it made me do it or what happened there. I go like this, look at my shoe, and it was gone. After it was all said and done,
dude.
Yep. After it was all said and done, I did go back and get a tape measure, and I pulled the one sapling down, and it was 8 foot. This was about that much taller. It was a 9-footer. Now, get to that track I sent you, that white casting looking thing. I'll talk about that.
Okay.
I did see a track down there, and I did have a bunch of casting stuff from the SRA.
Are we talking about these here?
Not that. No, it's a regular cast. Right there.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. For the longest time, I thought, is that a dew claw? What is that? Okay. You know what that is? That is knuckles, a thumb, and a wrist, because it was down like this. That's what that is. It was kind of muddy down there.
Okay, I got you. So it's a handprint. It's a handprint, you're saying?
Yes, but it was like this. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can't. Like for it kind of frozen
in the
a little
wrist,
bit.
because it was down like that.
Yeah, you're frozen for some reason. Like your camera's frozen.
Oh, you can't see me?
I can't see you moving.
Oh, you
I can hear you the whole time. Everything's fine. I just can't see you moving.
I got something to tell you. I've been on several podcasts, and every time I'm on them, something always happens to their thing. Every time. Freezes up, acts weird.
Okay.
Well, as long as you got that there, you might as well keep that.
Okay, sure. You see that? I'm glad you're seeing. I don't see you moving, but I see myself, and we can talk. It's working.
Oh,
okay.
You want me to reset? Or
No. If it's okay with you, it's okay with me. It looks like you're just looking off at the distance. That's all. It's not a bad still picture of you.
Yeah.
There you go. Now you're back.
That picture that camera is one of the ones they twisted when I asked them to do that, and they got white fingerprints on them. That's a white zebra, white crap they leave on stuff. That's what that is.
They leave a white powder?
They leave a white powder. That doesn't wipe off.
It doesn't wipe off.
That's
a what do they call that? Camera, field camera? What do they call that? Camera
That's
trap?
a trail camera.
Trail cam, thank you.
Mm-hmm. No.
It gets dermal ridges and everything.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Now, so Terry has seen Sasquatch in the ditch. Samantha, that's Terry's daughter, has seen him. The kids have seen him. There. Can you see me now?
Yes. Oh, you look great.
No, I mean, am I moving?
Yes, you're moving too. Yes, that's what I meant.
Okay. So, anyways, where should I go from here? I should really write down an outline.
Oh, so you're saying it was crouched down, and that picture I just showed was like its wrist and like a couple knuckles on its hand.
Yes, and a thumb. That thing outside is a thumb. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a picture of that before. You can see where it's like actually grass or mud. It must have been mud, a mud indentation.
Yeah, it was muddy, kind of swampy down there.
Okay.
Yep. and it was kneeling down. And
Right.
when it was all said and done, I went down there looking around, and that was there, plain
Wow.
as day, like that. Let me see, where should I go without getting into it a lot yet. Well, okay, I'm going to tell you a few things that they've done. We got a big yard. They mess with us all the time, but I ask them to do it. I'm liking it. I want the interaction. I'm not scared of them. They mess with us all. Then they also mess with people. When I let people come here, I don't just let anybody come here, but when I do, I'll tell you about that next. Okay, I get done mowing lawn. We got 2 John Deere riding lawnmowers. One's older 425 with the back wheels turned, but it's a steering wheel.
Okay.
After what they did, I had to see what it weighs. It weighs 1,000 pounds. I get done mowing lawn. I park it up by our dog kennel, so it's facing east. It doesn't roll, and it's on the flat ground, and it's got hydrostatic transmission. You got to pull the lever up to make it roll into neutral.
Right.
It can't roll. So I go in here and eat something. Not even here 20 minutes. I go back out. Guess what? The lawnmower is 75 yards away, facing north and south. There's no way it could. Yep.
You would have heard it start too.
Yeah. So all I did is laugh and say, man, you guys got me on that one. I laugh about it.
That is weird.
They've been in the house and peed in the house before.
What?
I'm going to tell you about that. Yes. Okay. See, Bristol she's 14 now. She was 12. Madison, that's the two of the grandkids. And Madison was 7. My other granddaughter, Rachel, a daughter, she won 7th in the world in breakaway calf roping and poles, high school rodeo. So they had a rodeo in the town Bemidji. So we decided to go to it. Me and the 2 girls. We go to it. I had to go buy a laptop computer, a new one for my sound company. And we're at the rodeo, but it rained really bad that day. Now, I always lock the door when I leave. There's no dog in here, nothing. So Rachel said about 9 at night, she said, Dad, can you take our big 1-ton truck and big trailer and come back with 25 bales of hay in the morning and leave your pickup? I said, yep. We get home like a dummy, and I still haven't corrected it. My house is locked. Rachel's got my keys. I got one house key, and she's got it on my pickup keys.
Oh.
I can't get in. I got the kids with me. I'm thinking, what am I going to do? I got a crowbar, and I kind of jimmied the door jamb, and I kicked the door in a little bit. Kind of ruined the door jamb a little bit, but now we got a new door.
Okay.
And I go into the kitchen, go into the dining room. I'm sitting in the dining room right now, and put the computer down on the table. There's no tablecloth on it. What the heck? My hands get sticky like. I turn the light on. Something came in the house, went in the freezer with all the doors locked, got an ice cream bar out, opened the ice cream bar up. It melted in the paper there, but the stick was on the opposite side of the table. It didn't slide over there. It was picked up and put there because there was no slide marks and our table is level. It can't.
Right.
And I'm not going to have an ice cream bar at 6 in the morning. If I am, I'm going to eat it, and the girls are going to want one. But we're not going to do that at 6 in the morning.
Okay.
So get the kids to bed. I go in the bedroom, get ready to pull the covers back. My hands get wet again. Guess what? They peed in the bed about that big of a circle all the way down to the box springs. Most sourest pee I've ever smelled in my life. I couldn't sleep in the bed. I got all the stuff downstairs and washing. I slept on the couch.
Yeah.
A week later, we got Annie. She's a golden retriever, female. So what happens when a female dog pees? They squat down, correct?
Right.
Okay. And then my area is so weird. I always lock the door, and I lock our bedroom door. I just don't feel comfortable. And I'm home all by myself. And I don't know can you see the little glass panels right there?
Yeah.
See them?
Yeah.
That's what our bedroom door is like. And it's got not a curtain, but a blanket that don't go all the way down. And by the side of our bed, you take the cover off, you can throw clothes down the basement. It's about 3.5, 4 feet up. Okay. So about 4 in the morning, the bedroom door is locked. I get woke up again. Annie, golden retrievers are not vicious. But
No.
she's looking out the bottom 3 window panes, and she's growling so bad she's sucking a growl in. It's awful.
Oh, wow.
But guess what? I'm awake. I can't move. Like I'm paralyzed. I'm froze. I cannot move. The door handle's going click, 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 click. Now that before I went to bed that night, I took my clothes and threw them on that hamper thing because they weren't dirty. I was going to wear them the next day. Jeans and
Yeah.
t-shirts and stuff. Yeah. And Door handles going click, 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 click. I cannot move. I don't remember, but after that scene was done, I must have dozed off to sleep or whatever happened there. I get up the next morning, grab my clothes, they're all pissed on again. Same sour smell, bad. I know why they did it.
They came in your room while you were sleeping.
While I was sleeping, yeah, yep. I know, but I know why they did it.
Okay.
Because at the beginning, when I'd see a structure, because I'm in the woods all the time. Doesn't matter if it's 40 below out, if it's raining out, I go out all the time. So when I'd see a new structure, I'd be looking it over and all that. God, if I got to pee, I'd go right there, right by it. Not they peeing on their stuff, but I'd go right there. And when I figured it out, I went back in the woods and said, hey, you guys, I'm sorry I've been peeing by your stuff. I'll never do that again. Ever since then, it's been a good 4 or 5 years now, or 2 years, and nothing, they have not peed in our stuff at all.
I heard of something like that before. There was a gentleman in some holler in West Virginia. He was going to fish for the summer. He was a kid, and they kind of destroyed his tent. So he went up there and peed all over the tent and the ground and everything. And as he's leaving to come home, it's like a quarter-mile walk out of the woods, maybe farther. This thing starts chasing him down the street. He had to jump on the bike. And he was very aggressive towards him. So they were just doing it in their way. I believe you, dude. Yeah. I just never heard it. That's all.
Okay, here's another one. I bought this little camper. It's got 4 bunks in it. Nothing for camping, but it's nice inside. It's an older thing. And my daughter's father-in-law had it in their big shop. No dents in it or nothing like that. Okay. I put it up by the woods line here. So the door would be facing south. So I got it. The door was open. And I'm going to go get some cleaning supplies. Now the camper is kind of setting back like this here. So it's leaning towards the north. So the door can't shut by itself. It can't.
Okay, so it's kind of hanging open.
Yeah, and the door's hanging open. I go get some cleaning stuff like some 409 Windex and paper towel, and I come back, the door's shut. The door's shut. Only way to lock it is you got to push the button in and turn it. One of them kind of locks.
Yeah. I used to have a camera.
I go there and the door's shut and it's locked. I said, oh my God, you guys. So I got to take a crowbar and get that open. I do. So I'm down on my hands and knees right where the door. I come in there and I'm trying to clean the wall off and all that stuff. And I seen another Sasquatch walk by me. I seen its legs, its hips, part of its arm. I look out right away and it disappeared in front of my eyes. Poof, gone. Just like that. It didn't walk off no farther because I'm in the yard and open. I seen it go, poof, gone. Just like that. I seen it with my own eyes. I'm not imagining it. And I don't, I'll tell you why I'm saying this, but I don't do drugs. I'm not smoking pot and I'm not a big drinker. So
okay.
And rule that out because somebody said today, what kind of pot are you smoking? You must be delusional, blah, blah, blah. That's why I try not to.
Trust me, I am a pot smoker. Ain't nothing going to make you do that.
Yeah, I know. And well, I've been around a lot of that in the green room with Nazareth doing their thing.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, you're going to be around it.
Did it.
You can probably get a contact high just being in those rooms.
Yeah, I know. But anyways, that's why I try not to chime in. But sometimes people say the stupidest thing, and I can't help myself. But I got to stop that because there's well, that's why there's a lot of knowers out there, and they won't say nothing, and they know what's really going on because they don't want to be ridiculed or teased.
Okay.
And I'm not one like that. I can debate with the best of them.
You stand on your own 2 feet. Yeah.
Yep. But anyways, okay, Samantha and the 2 girls wanted to stay in the camper, but she didn't want it up by the woods line because she's had experiences in our yard before that weirded her out.
Okay.
And she's seen Sasquatch. She won't even walk the woods with me no more, and she used to. And the kids won't either, and she don't want the kids to. But anyways, so she wanted the door down by her garage, and that garage is where I got all my sound equipment stored in. So I get it moved down there. Now, we're not arguing, but Terry comes out, and I say, hey, I got the door facing the right way, facing north. She says, no, you don't. I said, yes, I do. We're discussing it, but I said, yes, I do. That's how she wants it. So I go over to my daughter's house. They're digging the horses still to mow one of their pastures with the big mower track, brush hog thing. I come back. About an hour later, Terry says, Annie, that's the golden retriever, pulled her in the house, was scared as heck, and she almost tripped on the steps. Annie was pulling her so hard.
Yep. The dog was pulling your wife in?
That hard, yeah. There was a loud bang. So they're telling me that. I go around the garage, look around, I don't see nothing. Now remember, we were discussing the door.
Right.
I go by the camper, and I might have showed that to you. There's a dent in the side of the door that big, like that, where they went.
No, I don't have that one. That one I don't have.
Yeah, they hit the side of the camper. That's why I hate to give theories or opinion, but they must have been letting us know it doesn't matter where you put the door, we can still mess with the camper.
Right.
So a few days later, Samantha and the two girls are staying in the camper. About 2 a.m, we get a frantic call, and it's right in our yard. We get a frantic call from Samantha saying there's something hitting the camper and shaking it back and forth. So when you have a camper in the back of a pickup, you crank it off, you put the jack on a heavy, nice block, and you crank it down so it's level.
Right.
So I go out there. I knew I wasn't going to see nothing. When I go out there, don't see nothing. I said, you girls must have come in the house. And Samantha said, nah, it's all done with now. We'll just stay out here. Next morning, I go out there. Guess what? There's knuckle marks all over the back of the camper, like this here. And they shook the camper back and forth so hard, they took the jack right off the cement block and was down in the gravel. Yep, that's how hard they shook it back and forth. So
how long is this camper?
What?
How long is the camper?
16 foot.
Okay, so that's what I had. That's what I had.
Yeah, not
big. It's not necessarily heavy.
I can't lift it. I deadlift 500 pounds. I can't lift it. It's heavy. It's old.
Okay, you're a power lifter, so you would know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't budget off that jack. So here's what I said. I said, okay, you guys, keep coming to the house, move things around, have fun, but quit hitting the camper. You're putting dents in it, and you're scaring the girls. It's been 2 years, and nothing has happened to that camper. Nothing at all.
Oh, wow.
Now I'm going to skip way, way ahead. Then I'll go back again. I got to tell you something about the camper. I had Chris Lopez, so it must be a month ago or so. Chris Lopez at my place. He's got Bound to Truth podcast from the state of Washington. Chris Lopez, John Badger from the Duluth area. He has seen Sasquatch at my place. Russ and his friend, from St. Cloud, Minnesota. They got a little team called Searching with a number 4, Searching for Sasquatch, something like that. And Mike Quast, he's the one that wrote the book about my place. I call him the book writer.
Okay, what's the name of your place?
Searching for Sasquatch, a high strangeness at a northern Minnesota homestead.
Okay.
Mike Quast wrote it, and Doug Hychek published it. I guess I'm not getting no money off of it because at the beginning I got to start talking to somebody about all this stuff.
Yeah, dude.
Mike wrote the book. And I guess it made it in the top 100 bestsellers list on Amazon for mysterious books. And then Doug Hychek published it. You guys know who Doug Hychek is, right?
I don't. I personally
don't. Doug Hychek is the producer of Monster Quest shows on History Channel.
Okay.
So he's pretty famous in the.
Yeah, I got a friend who's going to be one of the upcoming episodes. So yeah.
Oh, do you? Okay. So they all stay there. Chris got there on a Sunday, and the other guy got there on a Sunday. John could only stay Sunday night, leave Monday morning, and Russ and his friend could only stay Sunday night and leave Monday morning. But here's what I do. When I know I'm going to have people come here that I let come here, I make sure they all camp in different spots that I put them. But here's what I'll say the week before or 2 weeks, whatever. I'll say, hey, you guys, I got some friends coming here. I want you to scare the hell out of them. Give them some action. I do say that. It happens every time, not just one time, every time. They listen to me. As crazy as it sounds, and I know you don't know me, it's happening. And with all the 28 different people that have been here,
I think I want to know a lot more about you because you're talking to a lot. And the thing that's really, really, I'm going to be honest with you too. The way you talk like a man who works with his hands. Okay, so that's okay.
Yeah.
So it lends so much credence with me. The way you talk about the things the sound equipment and trailers, I know about those too. So everything clicks in its place. So for me, it's you're not giving me any of the those vibes. If you know what I'm talking about.
I do know what you're talking about.
You're not giving me any of those vibes. You're giving me all the best vibes.
And here's one thing I want to insert. If I was lying about this stuff or hoaxing people, after 12 years, a person can't remember their lives. The story would change.
True.
Mine never changes because the truth don't change. So it's easy.
You don't have to remember it.
It's just so many things that happen. I got to decide which one am I going to tell. Oh, I should have told them that one. I forgot about that one. That's how it's happening. But anyways, that's what I say. I got some friends coming here, scare the hell out of them, give them some activity. So here's what happened to now on a Monday morning. I go back. I got a little fire ring back in the 40 acres here where the deer food plot used to be, but it never got taken care of. So it's just like weeds now. And there's a couch back there and some little chairs and stuff. I get everybody back there. I asked Russ and his friend, anything happened? Because they slept on cots, not in a tent by the little creek. There's a creek and a river that come together in a Y.
Okay.
Rain Creek and the Cormant River. And the creek's not very wide, maybe that wide. And they said, yeah, they had acorns thrown at them all night long, and they had talking close to them, but they couldn't understand the language. They had that. John Badger got kind of scared. Here's what he had. He was sleeping in his tent. He woke up again about 2 a.m. Now I put him where there's always a lot of activity. He woke up, heard something, walk up to his tent, big footsteps, and take its big hands and push the nylon of the tent down to his face and held it there on its face like that.
On his face?
What?
Oh, he held it on what? I'm sorry.
A Sasquatch walked up to him, and he's inside the tent, and it's just a small, like, 2-man tent, and it took its hands on the outside of the nylon of the tent and pushed the nylon down to his face and held it on his face.
That's why I wanted to make sure I got that correctly, because I was like, did I hear what I just hear?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I did, yeah. Wow,
yeah.
Okay.
And as far as Mike, the book writer, nothing really happened to him. As far as Chris, nothing really happened to him, but I didn't know. I don't let nobody do no electronic stuff. And he was doing ghost hunting stuff and all that. I didn't know he was doing that. I wasn't mad or nothing. But that's why nothing happened to him. I put him in a tent in another spot, my tent, and my sleeping bag and all that. Okay. Now Monday night, John's gone. Russ and his guy is gone. And I got something to tell you about acorns in a little bit. So nothing again really happened Monday to Chris, but it did to Mike. Now this is the second time Mike has seen him at my place in less than a month. Before that, he didn't see when he's seen his first one run across the road when he was 16. So it's been 25 years since he's seen one, and it's been at my place. So he goes to his tent about midnight, and he's on the southeast corner, really close to that little creek, about 20 feet from it. He gets up he goes there at midnight, about 12:30. He gets bored. He gets up and wants to walk around. I don't let nobody use no white flashlights, red beam flashlight. And the reason is I'd even walk up almost on deer with a red beam flashlight, but a white one I couldn't. So red beam flashlight, period. So he finally walks around. He goes back to his tent, crawls in there, hears a bunch of water splashing. It's really good bright moonlight. He gets out of the tent, walks a little bit to the creek, and there's a big Sasquatch standing there taking his hand and slapping the water. He watches it for a good 10 minutes. Now, Mike is not the kind to make something up like that. He's too introverted. He says he wouldn't do that.
Oh, he's introverted. Okay.
Whatever the word would be. I mean, I don't know. He might even have autism a little bit. I don't know.
Coy. Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't joke around. He don't joke. Yeah, you can tell him a joke, and he doesn't. He's serious.
Yeah. He's German. Because that's what
his gift is writing books. He is so great at putting words together and writing books.
What is his name again?
Searching for Sasquatch, a high strangeness at a northern Minnesota homestead.
And what is his name? The author's name?
Oh, Mike Quast. Quast.
Quast.
Yeah.
See if I can get in contact with that gentleman.
Oh yeah. You'd want to talk to him because he's seen another Sasquatch in my place a month earlier there, and it looked in the tent. He didn't have the flap up, and it was like that looking in the tent. And he watched it for a long time. Yep. So,
it's so scary, man.
I'll give you his number. I'll send you his number when we're.
Oh, that's fine. Sure.
Okay. So that happened to Mike. So Tuesday, he must have had enough Sasquatch seeing. He didn't stay Tuesday night back at the place here. He went and got a motel room in a little town called Black Duck. There you go. I said the town, Black Duck. He left his tent and everything out in the woods. He didn't come back until Wednesday morning to get his tent. So here's what I had Chris do. Now, Chris didn't zip my tent up Monday night, and it rained. So my tent inside got all wet. My sleeping bag got all wet. So he couldn't stay in there Tuesday night. So he was going to stay in the camper. So at 6 o'clock, I said, Chris, I want you to go sit in that deer stand. There's a deer stand about 25, 30 yards from my gifting area. It's in an open area with some pine trees. Then it's a patch of woods. And then the other side, there's a trail and there's another deer stand. Okay. So I said, you go in that deer stand. You crawl up there at 6 at nighttime. We'll step back to the fire. Me and Tanner, that's Terry's son. And you sit there quiet. You don't be texting around, moving around, because maybe you'll see a deer walk through there, a bear, or what, a raccoon. You might see some kind of animal or something. So me and Tanner are back at the fire ring. About 9:30, I see him coming. He gets to the fire ring. That's what I'm calling it. And he's, Chris, are you all right? And he won't stop. I said, Chris, you gotta slow down here. Take some deep breaths. You're gonna have a heart attack. He really got scared. He does a paranormal. He's been on some TV shows, the ghost hunting thing in the state of Washington. Okay. He said, the ghost hunting thing has nothing on Sasquatch, not even close. So he's sitting in there, and right behind him from the west, there's acorns being thrown at his head. A good hour with acorns thrown. So after it's all said and done, we got the measurements. And he looked to the right towards the edge of the woods by my gifting area. Mm-hmm. And there was a 11-foot Sasquatch. We knew it was 11 foot. The next day, we figured out where the head was standing at. But
yeah.
There was an 11-foot Sasquatch standing there watching him. Acorns thrown at from behind him, and the Sasquatch there. So there's more than one there. And that's what scared him. Okay, now, I'm going to go back a little bit. When I bring somebody to my gifting area, which I don't very often, I had already showed Chris, since he went so far, where I do the peanut butter and all that. I wanted him to see it. So I showed it to him that afternoon. Then when I go there around 5:30, 6 o'clock, I don't bring anybody there anymore. So I do my thing, and here's what I said. Because he wants to go to the camper about midnight. He was tired, probably exhausted from that ordeal. So I'm back there doing my gifting thing. And I say, hey, you guys, I'm going to give you permission. You got permission again to hit the camper. Chris has got to stay over there tonight, stay in that camper, mess with them, hit the camper, and have some fun. I said that. Now, remember, 2 years, nothing's happened to that camper after they told him to. So he gets in the camper there and all that stuff. He has a bag of Reese's Pieces, not the little one, the bigger one.
Okay.
Open the corner of it, takes a little bit of Reese's Pieces, eats them. He folds it up. He puts it in a Ziploc bag and zips it up. Lays it on the counter in the little kitchen. Goes to bed. Now, the windows of that camper, the kind you crank open and one section opens up, the other section opens up.
Right, so a bifold kind of situation, but horizontally. Yeah.
So I talked to him next morning about 8:30 because I got to get him to Bemidji Airport by 11 or 12, something like that. Anything happened? He says, oh, yeah, he couldn't even sleep last night. They were banging on the window. They banged on the window so much. They got 3 cracks here and 3 cracks here. There was no cracks in that window. Here's the really one they did. He wanted to get his Reese's Pieces before I got there in the morning. They were all gone. But the bag was folded up again and put in that Ziploc bag and zipped up. Ate all his Reese's Pieces.
Okay, man. All right, I guess I'll ask him some questions here.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. And so how are they getting into your place of residence without unlocking the door?
Well, when I can tell you what they are and what they're not, that'll
okay. We'll start there. That's good.
Okay. So I'll start there right now. That last year I said back there doing my gifting thing. Okay, before I do that, I got some little wooden blocks about 5 feet away from where I do my peanut butter. Little kid blocks about that long. And by that there, a little bit before that, I got some. When you have a weed eater, you put a spool of that weed eater stuff in there. Well, you can get the attachment and just put the pre-cut weed eater lines in there. They're already cut. You can put 4 of them in there. You don't got to do a spool.
Right.
And about 20 yards from that, I got a Rubik's Cube, some dice, a couple popsicle sticks, and 2 peanut butter lids. So what I do, I'll do my gifting thing. Then this is the beginning now. I'll take the blocks and put them in a random design. Take a picture of it. I'll put the weed eater things in a random design. Maybe I'll make a triangle. Maybe I'll whatever. Just some doesn't mean nothing. And I'll do that same with the dice and the Rubik's Cube and my popsicle sticks. And I take a picture of each spots. I go back the next day. They're all changed to a whole different design. Totally. Every spot's changed to a different design. Now, people have told me this before. Oh, man, Randy, they're giving you a message. No, they're not giving me a message. I'm interacting with them and having fun, and they're interacting with me and having fun. That is all they're doing. Sometimes I'll take the Rubik's Cube and it takes 2 hands and thumbs to do it. They'll twist it like this so it's set in cockeyed. Sometimes there's 9 dice. They'll take 3 of the dice and put it at 666. When I take the wooden blocks and put them in, I'll say a Jesus cross, it is like slapped, totally destroyed. It's not like changed. It's boom, hit. Okay. Now, maybe the 666 doesn't mean anything. I don't know what it
means. It doesn't really mean anything in the Bible too. It also means like the last emperor of Rome or whatever too. So
yeah, it might be. So, but that happens every day. And the peanut butter is gone and my apples are gone. Sometimes I used to do oranges once in a while. They'll take the oranges and peel them, and there's white stuff all over the peeling of the oranges. Bananas, they don't like. They just get rotten black.
Wow.
Okay, so that's what I do there. Okay, so last year I'm saying, get done doing my thing. Then I say, can you guys tell me what's going on here? What is going on? So instead of going out of the woods, getting down to the power line and walking home that way, I said, I'm just walking through the woods. And I'm doing else, and I get stopped. Like I said, oh my God, I get overwhelmed. And I say, thanks. Here's what they said. We do not migrate south for the winter. We do not bury our dead on your earth. We do not live in caves. We do not live deep in the woods. We do not live in a swamp. We go in caves. We go deep in the woods. We go in a swamp. We do not live on your earth as you know it. We're interdimensional, metaphysical. We're in the metaphysical state. We are flesh and blood. We leave tracks. We leave hair. But we're interdimensional.
Okay.
That's what they're not. They didn't say what we are. Said what they're not. If you think about it, it makes total sense. They've been searching for Sasquatch for hundreds of years, maybe thousands of years, and never really got anything because they never will. They're not some big animal hiding behind a tree and taking a stick and hitting a tree. They are not that at all. That is what they're not.
So they're interdimensional.
Only way it'd be different if they're lying to me. They're not lying to me.
So they're both.
The metaphysical part is they are flesh and blood because I leave tracks. Right. I got 30 envelopes of hair that's that long in the power line pole. It ain't deer hair, it ain't bear hair. It's reddish, auburn colored. Some is black. Some of it's 9 feet up. Because this is a theory, and I'm assuming they're itching their back. Otherwise, why would it be in there?
Back, okay.
Yeah, why would it be in there? That is what they're not. They told me what they're not. They didn't tell me what they are. They told me what the knocking sound is. They told me what the X's mean. The knocking sound, I'm going to tell you what the knock.
I'm sorry.
No, that's right. The knocking sound is not them taking a stick and hitting a tree. It's them popping into their dimension and popping out. That's what the knocking sound is. That is what they told me, unless they're lying to me. That's why I don't give theories or opinions, because I'd just be guessing. And I wouldn't be saying this stuff if they didn't tell me this stuff.
Holy crap.
The reason I'm getting so much interaction with them. Okay, I got to tell you this before I tell you that. A while ago, Doug Hychek said, Randy, can you put a camera out there in your gifting area now that I do this gifting right behind the house and say this? Hey, you guys, can we get a picture of you? And we won't share it to nobody. It'll just be for me and Doug Hychek. That's what I said. But then I said, if you don't ever want me to do cameras there ever again, you got to do something or give me a sign that I can see that you don't want cameras here. I did that. Next day I go back there. My camera's twisted. The batteries are drained dry. The SD card's white clean, not a picture of me. White fingerprints on it. And there's a 15-foot Y stick laying on my camera. There was no storm. About that big around goes into a Y, 15 foot tall, laying on my camera. So I said, okay, I'll never do cameras here again on this 40 acres. I didn't say in the state land yet. I'll never do cameras again. My interaction ramped up with them. That's when it got better. When it really got strong is when I quit doing cameras in the state land, and I'll tell you about that. And I said, okay, you guys, never again will I try to get evidence off you. I just want to learn about you, interact with you. You can trust me. Never nobody do electronics to my place ever again. My place is for the experience, not the evidence. All my interaction really ramped up. That's why I get so much interaction, because I'm not trying to get evidence. If people want to get evidence for Sasquatch, quit trying to get evidence. Get them to trust you. And enough people do that, there's evidence for the world on Sasquatch people. Their faces kind of look human-like, not totally quite, but human-like. They're not a gorilla hiding behind a tree. I've seen them disappear in front of my eyes more than once, just like that, gone. Because that's what they can do. They can be right by you and you don't see them. I got something to tell you about that. Sasquatch does not smell. They do not have that odor. When people get that rotten meat, wet dog, terrible smell, it's because that Sasquatch does not want that person there. They don't want them there. So that's the smell they give them in their mind. They never give me that smell. Not once. And I've had people with me that are trying to get evidence that get that smell. I'm right with them. My smeller works good. I don't get it.
Wow.
Yep. Okay. I'm going to tell you something about Doug Hychuk was at my place, and Tanner, Terry's son. He lives with us. He's 30-some years old. And Adam Colt. He's like Doug Hychuk's recording guy and all that. Electronics wizard guy. And they're back at my gifting area. And they're feeling strange. I'm not. Because they don't do that stuff to me. So they're feeling strange. And Doug says, Randy, sing. I said, sing? Well, in the woods here, sing? He said, yeah, you play in a band and your lead singer, sing. I said, okay. I start singing this. What do you say when it's over? This country song. That's what I started singing. And guess what? Their weirdness went away. I stopped singing. They all got that terrible, rotten smell. Instantly, I started singing. It went away. I stopped singing. They got it. I started singing. It went away. I didn't get it. That's right there. Tells you. They put that smell in a person's mind. There's another time. Me and Tanner are back in the woods. I should lead up to the story first. Okay, I never said I wouldn't do cameras back in the state land. This is the last time I did cameras. One of the last times. I go back in the state land. I bring some freezer burnt venison, some peanut butter, and some apples. I put a camera like this, and that's that one you see the picture of, facing that food and all that. I put another camera, the opposite, facing that food. Both cameras are facing each other. Here's what I said. Okay, you guys, I want you to ruin this camera. I want you to make it never work again. And that green camera that's got the fingerprints on it, it does not work to this day. They made it not work. But the batteries were good and the SD card was still good. On the other camera, I said, I want to picture me that I set it up. I want to picture deer, bear, and ravens going through here. Then do your magic. Take all this stuff, and I don't want no picture. Then a picture of me when I pick the camera up. I wait a few days. I go back there. Guess what? The camera's twisted. The batteries are good. SD card was still good, and it doesn't work to this day, that green one that had the fingerprints on it. It does not work. Other camera is a picture of me that I set it up. There's a picture of deer, bear, and ravens going through there, just exactly like I asked. There's no, all that food's still there. Then there's no picture of what took the stuff. Then there's a picture of me when I picked the camera up. Exactly what I asked for. Exactly.
So there's no picture of the food being taken away, the peanut butter and the venison?
No, nope. After that, the deer, bear, and the raven went through there. All that food's still there. Then there's no pictures of nothing. And then the next frame is me picking the camera up. So nothing. There's no picture of them taking that food.
What have they told you what their aversion is to being videotaped, or why they don't want to be videotaped or electronic devices? What is that? What is that all about?
They didn't tell me. I don't know.
Okay.
That I don't know. See, I'll give a lot of I don't know answers too.
That's fine, dude. Not knowing, there's nothing wrong with not knowing.
Yeah, because if I did, I'd just be guessing. Now, sometimes I got to give a little bit of a theory. Okay, so the next day, after that's all said, or the day after that's all said and done, I said, Tanner, let's go back there where I had those cameras at, and let's sit down on a couple dead trees there, and let's shut our eyes and meditate. But as you can tell, I have a lot of energy. For me to meditate, maybe I can do it for a minute or so. I can't do it.
I can do it. It's hard, but yeah.
It is hard. So we're sitting there, and as soon as I tell you what Tanner says to me, something happens to me. Oh, my God. He said, wet dog, rotten meat smell. I don't smell it at all. I get shoved off my tree. Not hard. I just pushed off my dead tree I'm sitting on the ground on. And then we had 7 bird whistles at us. There was no bird in the area. I never seen a bird.
Wait a minute. You were sitting on a log and got pushed off?
Yeah, 2 deadfall logs on the ground. Close where we had those cameras. Yeah. I said, you pick that one and I'll pick this one. Let's just sit here like this here and shut our eyes and meditate. And that one, as soon as he said what he says, I get pushed off my tree. But I never had the smell. They don't give me
pushed you.
Yeah, pushed me off that tree. Shoved me.
Wow.
Not hard, but I get shoved off the tree like whoop, like that.
Okay.
And then we had 7 bird whistles at us. Okay. Now the only smell they give me 2 smells. Last year, I'm doing my peanut butter and all that stuff like I do. And when they move my stuff around, here's what I'll say. I said, man, you guys got that good. I'm going to change it and see what you can do with this. I just talk to them like they're my best friend, even though I'm not seeing them at the time. And I don't feel stupid doing that anymore because
Right.
I'm doing it every day. So I do my peanut butter, look at all my little trinkets that were moved, move them again, take a picture of it, start walking to where I got the Rubik's Cube. Get halfway there, all of a sudden I get an overwhelming skunk smell. And I thought, oh my God, I don't want to get sprayed. I'm looking around a lot. I don't see no skunk. I go back to my peanut butter area, no skunk smell. So I go to where the Rubik's Cube and stuff is at, skunk smell. I go back, no skunk smell. It followed me around the woods that whole day, all around the woods. And then I'd have the skunk smell. I'd go where it started, no skunk smell. So it's following me around. Now when they do it, I just say, hey, you guys, I can smell you. Come on, let's go. And they also give me a horse smell, like a horse barn.
Yeah, yes, I know what they smell like. Yes.
Yep, and they give that to Tanner too. Last year, he's in his deer stand. I'm like 300 yards away across the river. He's in his deer stand. We had 9 horse windies at us. He had them right by him. I mean, right there. There's no horse. They can mock any sound they want to. Sometimes not so good, but they can do it. They just mess with us because I'm asking them to do that. I'm asking them to mess with us.
I gotta be honest with you. What you're telling me is giving me more questions than answers, which is fine. I enjoy the questions.
Okay.
So I've heard this before. Not the animal sounds. Have you had anybody on your? I don't know what you would call it. People don't like certain words, but some people call it ultrasound, even though it's a modern word, or being zapped. Have you ever had anybody experience that, like that sickness feeling?
Yep. I have. I've experienced it. I'll tell you about that. Brian Glenn has experienced it. I'll tell you the Brian Glenn thing. Okay, do you want to pull up that picture of that juvenile hand? I'll explain it to you.
Which one?
It's a black hand, and you can see the fingernails and the fingers.
Oh, God, I'll take a look. I have to take a look. See, share screen.
Yeah, I know. I think. Here, Tanner, give me some water.
I'll take a look and see if I can grab it. Okay, I got the.
Let's see here.
Okay, I'm not showing it yet. Oh, yeah,
right there. You got the red arrow. Go farther. Nope, keep going. Go more. Nope, go down. One. Next one over. Right there.
This one.
Not even too far. Go back. There. Right there. See that?
Yeah.
See the finger, the fingernail? Finger. That's a juvenile Sasquatch hand. If you look at
the red, now I got it. I thought it was coming right at me. Okay, that's why I was.
And if you look at the red to the left in the corner there, that's blood from the freezer burnt venison I put down there. See that kind of reddish leaves there?
Yeah, so you don't know what they are, though. They haven't told you what they are. They only told you what they're not.
No, they told me what they're not. So here's the story here.
Okay.
This is the last time I did cameras. I had a camera there. I put that venison down there. I go back the next day. I get the SD card at home, so I can't tell then I got something on there. And that was on there. I sent it to Doug Hychuk, and he said, well, yeah, Randy, that's a juvenile Sasquatch hand. That's what that is. So he said, I want you to go back there and try to recreate it. So I go back there with the computer. I have Brian Glenn with me. Brian Glenn has seen him at my place a few times. And Tanner. Brian Glenn, he's bald like me, but he's got white, gray beard. Tanner's got reddish hair and a red beard. I told those two, do not go in front of the tree. Stand back there while I do this. So I was really dumb about the situation. I'm laying in front of the tree, in front of the camera, trying to go like that, trying to get that hand, which was really dumb of me. I should have been behind the tree going like that. That's not what I was doing. So the third time, I had the SD card. I take it out of the camera because I never moved the camera. Put it in the computer. I said, oh, God, I still got me. Put the SD card in the camera, getting ready to do it. All of a sudden, Brian Glenn gets real sick. He says it's infrasound. He's had it before. He's down like this here. Well, there's nothing I can do about it. I take the SD card out, put it in the computer, and guess what? There's a Sasquatch standing right by me, like that close to me. I can see the whole half the body, the shoulders, arms, half the head. Our eyes didn't see it. Our eyeballs didn't see it. Only the camera got it. Now, a bear's not going to come up and stand by us and we don't see it. And the bear's not going to do that anyways.
Right.
So that's why he got that infrasound thing. I didn't get that. And Tanner didn't get it. Just him. So that happened. Then after that, I quit doing cameras. That's when I finally said, never no cameras anywhere. And I haven't done cameras since. Do I like to do cameras? Yeah. Just to leave and see what kind of deer are back in the woods there. But I don't even do that at all. So that happened. Okay, now I'm going to tell you what the X's mean. They have told me in a mindspeak what the X's mean. The X's are boundary markers, not for humans, and nothing to do with us at all. You can go around them. You know, I wouldn't mess with them, but go around them. It's for other cryptid things we don't know about. That's why they put X's by my steps.
Other cryptid things we know nothing
Other kind
about.
of weird things we don't know about.
And they told you like that.
Yes, they told me like that. And the reason they put X's by my steps is like a protection X's to keep that weird stuff out.
Wow.
That's why they put X's by my steps.
And that's why they put them where they're living or where they're whatever materializing.
Right. I got them all over back here. They're boundary markers for other things we don't know about. I don't mean deer and bear. I mean other things we don't know about. They didn't say what. I've never seen no dogman. I don't know. The neighbor keeps saying he's got him over there, but I don't know nothing about dogman or anything like that.
Okay.
That is what they told me.
Yeah, I was talking to Lee Hempel from southern Wisconsin and the Beast of Bray Road, and he has them there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got some incredible, like he talks like you. He's just like, dude.
Well,
oh yeah, you bought the property with the werewolf on it like 7 years after he bought it. Mm-hmm. He's like, what? And then he starts having like all kind of weird stuff. Oh yeah, dude. Okay.
Well, about 12 years ago, there was a guy named Chad Lewis from Wisconsin. He writes books about paranormal and all that kind of stuff. He had a little thing. He was doing a tour, and he did one of those little tours in Black Duck. He used one of the assisted living places, recreational rooms. So I said, I'm going to go to that. I got to see if I can talk him into coming here, see what I got going on here. So I wasn't going to say nothing until everybody left. But as the crow flies 2 miles through the woods west is Ron Shaw. And he was there. Everybody left. And I said, well, I'm not going to say nothing while he's standing here. And he started talking first, talking about Sasquatch and all the things he said. I said, Ron, I got the same thing at my place. I didn't know about him. He didn't know about me.
You.
Exactly right.
Ron Shaw?
Ron Shaw. I don't know if you can get him. He used to be J.C. Johnson was his best friend, and I guess his J.C. died. And they were researchers. They'd go around. But he died. And so after that, it kind of did him in for talking in public about it.
Okay.
I don't know if he would or not.
Oh,
but
okay. That's incumbent upon me whether he's willing to come on.
And he talks about dogmen all the time, and so does his 80-year-old mother. They still live together, and she talks about it. And I know she ain't making it up.
Yeah.
He said the first time he seen dogman, he was back by the Black Duck River, way back in the woods there, and he seen this huge thing, like a wolf face, but it was standing upright. And he got scared, and all he had was bug spray and a lighter. So he did one of these here, bug spray and a lighter.
Made the flamethrower.
That's what he did. And he talks about a lot of weird stuff, but so do I. And I know I'm not lying. I'm sure he's not. So, okay. So now where do I want to go from here?
Oh, so you found out that this gentleman, okay. And did the guy ever come to your property?
Yes, he did. He said he'd never been to a place with so much evidence going on. Doug Hychek called my place Skinwalker Ranch of the North.
So I know one so that's the one of the, I've heard enough. There's one in the South for sure. There's one in the South
in Arizona or whatever, Utah.
No, in the Southeast.
Oh,
we don't know where it is. You have to sign an not an NDC. Non-disclosure agreement. Yeah. NDE, non-disclosure agreement. NDA. Excuse me. I'll get one of those acronyms out there. And it's one of those weird, it's like a meadow in the middle of some national forest where this gentleman is out there, and he's former U.S. intelligence. And he goes ahead and I can't think of his name right now. Anyhow, but he goes out there and he writes everything down, and he's seeing cubes out there, people going into the cube and disappearing, and being turned around in the woods, and all kind of weird stuff. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got a few more things. Well, I got a lot to tell you, but me and John Badger has seen Sasquatch in my place jump the fence, 5-strand barbed wire fence, and it looked like a sprinter, like that.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So he's seen that, and that was on a Saturday, and he goes home on Sunday. He sends me the GPS coordinates. He sends them to Doug Highcheck. So I knew I wasn't going to see nothing again, but he wanted me to go back there where it jumped the fence and look around. So I did. And this is a weird one. He only sent the GPS coordinates to me and Doug Highcheck. I get back there. All of a sudden, a small plane flies around me. He's so low I can see his eyebrows. I wave at him. He don't acknowledge me like one of them tip wing things there. He flew around me 8 times in the same.
That is weird, dude.
That's real weird. And here's the thing: they found out that plane.
You mean like a Cessna? Like a Cessna?
Yep, a little one. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And they found out that plane was rented from Bemidji Airport to come to my place and go back again.
Oh, you were able to look it up? You were able to look up the tail thing and the flight plan?
Yep. And Adam Colt, that's real good in that stuff. He looked it up and he come up with that. And Doug Highcheck's being monitored. John Badger is or me, and I don't think I am. I don't think I'm being monitored.
Here's the interesting. What is your opinion on the U.S. government and their involvement?
Well, they must know. If I know, they got to know.
Right.
If I know, because I'm not no big famous Sasquatch researcher. I'm not even a researcher. Here's what I call it. There's wannabes. No insult to nobody. They want to believe they never seen. There's believers. They might have seen one cross the road 10 years ago running. There's knowers. They know what they are, but they won't say too much because they don't want to be teased. Then there's interactors. I interact with them. They interact with me. That's what I am.
Yeah, that's like Barbara Shoup. That's like Barbara Shoup.
Yeah.
Barbara Shoup. She has the. If you don't know that, she has the video. Accidentally took a video of one jumping down in the tree and running away from her, but it's translucent.
I seen that too.
Yeah.
Up in a tree. I could see it. What the heck? Looked like the Predator, but it was black.
Yes.
And
there's also a video of it. Like I just had her on. She has a video that's a 60 rate per second, blah 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 camera, and she's like, "I'm out here." She does like you do. She's in Washington State. She's a very nice woman, and she does kind of like what you, a little different, but kind of like what you did. And she was like, "I'm out here recording," and you see, it looks like a firefly, like boop, real quick. She slowed it down, dude, to the 5 frames that it's in. It's 2 eyeballs that just show up, not like glowing white, and you can see like the retina in the back of the eyes, and it just goes away. Spaced apart, perfectly height, no off, no nothing.
Yep, I got that too. Go to all the pictures. I got something to tell you. Then I got to tell you so I can explain it to you.
Okay.
I'll show you where you got to go to.
I'm working on it. Here we go. Okay. So you can see me here at the bottom. All right.
Okay, right here. Go to the very last one. The very last one.
On the right?
Oh, yeah, that one.
Okay.
That's a Sasquatch right there. You see the arm poking out. See the black, and there's an orb behind it. Go to the right.
Go.
No, that black right there. All that black dark shot. That's a Sasquatch, and that's an orb behind it. And there's an orb up there.
You mean this right here?
That's an orb.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you about this here. Doug Highcheck and his Adam guy, they talked me into a couple years ago to do not trail cameras, to do home security cameras. And they back in the woods at my place, and they ran 1,000 feet of extension cord and 1,000 feet of Wi-Fi cable from my house to make those cameras work. And if you were part of the project, you could watch them 24 hours a day. Finally, I asked them to take them out of there. And that's like a micro 2-second video of that Sasquatch, but I just stopped it and took a screenshot of it, and that's my heading of my little Randy's Bigfoot research page. That's what that is.
That's the name of your research page, which is where can you find that on Facebook?
Facebook, yeah.
Randy's research page.
Randy's Bigfoot research page.
Randy's Bigfoot research page. All right,
and
I'll go ahead and pop that up
that's
there.
What that is. Those things were moving, but I stopped it quick, like, because it goes so fast that I wouldn't put a video on there. It's there and gone. But I was able to quick stop it, quick like.
Yeah, I understand. This happened at 9. Well, you were recording. I guess this is the next night, but it happened at 9:31 p.m. or next morning. Excuse me, 9 in the morning. You picked it up. And
so Doug Highcheck, when they first put the cameras out there, he'd seen 3 Sasquatch walk by. He was so excited about it. He got down on his hands and knees, almost had a tear, but they weren't uploaded to the cloud yet. So he's seen that. I have lots of orbs. I don't know if I sent you any video of orbs. Lots of them. Orbs coming out of the ground. Oh yeah, play that one. Look at that.
What was that?
That's a massive orb. Look at all the bushes. They're not blowing. That's not dust. That's not bugs.
What is that?
That's a massive orbs.
That looks like a beehive or something, or
But
like
it's not.
dust.
It's not. It's not. It's been all from scientists. It's already been determined that
And
it's
this
a
big,
massive
and then a
orb.
huge orb comes out of the back there. It looks like
Exactly
wow.
right.
It looks like there's a little tornado going off in the back there.
Yep, it does. And there's no wind. There's no nothing. Because if there was wind, those bushes would be moving. Those plants.
I didn't even look at this, man.
Yeah.
And so it's a bunch of little tiny orbs.
Yep.
Like little.
Yep.
Do they have a color to them?
No, these cameras are in color. I
No,
think.
no. I'm saying, have you seen one with your?
No,
eyes?
they've always been white.
They've always been white.
Yep.
Okay.
I.
All right, dude.
Okay, let's go over here to where the white snow is, all the way over.
All the way over?
Keep going the other way.
Oh, excuse me, here?
Way over. Way over.
Here?
Right? Yeah, go there. Let me explain that to you. That's Sasquatch tracks in the snow. Look at they're in line. They started right there and they ended right over there. Nothing before and nothing after because they popped in and they popped out. Okay, go to the one two times to the left. There. See them?
Yeah.
In line. Sasquatch tracks. There's 6.5 foot between that step and that step. The ones to the left is a deer jump.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
The ones to the left are a deer jumping, and that's me. So they started. See
How
that fence
far is
right
that
there?
apart?
6.5 feet.
Good Lord. Do they
Now
do they
here.
walk that way? Do they walk? I mean,
They walk in line. Yes, they do. That's how they step. If
Okay,
you
so-
see tracks
yeah.
staggered, it's not Sasquatch.
Okay. So for something to be for them to be 6 foot apart from stride to stride, how tall would you think this is?
I don't really know. I don't. Got to be big.
Do they walk that way?
footer.
Do they also walk that way with an elongated stride?
Yep. I just seen tracks again about a month ago in the snow, just like that.
I take like a 3 foot stride, and I'm 6'3", so that would make me maybe a 9-10 foot one or something. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm shooting off the cuff here.
Yeah, and that tracks to the left. That's me walking, and if you can see at the very end, they just quit. And see where that barbed wire fence is. That's where they started. Right there. There's nothing on my side.
Okay.
Nothing. It started right there.
Everybody over on the MP3 side, you got to come see this. This is incredible, dude.
Yeah.
So it looks like it snowed. They stepped there, and then it snowed back in, and then the wind blew it off.
Yep.
Okay.
They stepped there, and it must have snowed back in.
I'm gonna go back to this real quick. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is just.
Well, that's all right.
It's fat. It looks like a dust devil or something.
It does. Yeah.
But here, these leaves right here would be wiggling. The ones on the right there, and that little sapling.
They would be wiggling, and then that's all grass there. There ain't no dust there.
Right. What is going on out there?
And this is one of those security cameras. That I'm going to tell you another thing. Okay. When I decided to get these cameras out of here and those cords out of there, it's hard for me to explain, but it's like the woods came at peace. I was noticing that. The more of the cords I got out of there, I was telling Tanner was helping me. God, these woods seem like they're at peace again. I can feel something's happening here. It feels better.
So it's kind of a palpable, and everyone feels it. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to. Okay, so we're running out of time. It's been an hour and a half. Normally, I only do an hour, but it's just been that incredible. I just want to ask you a question. Would you be willing to come on a live and share some of this with my audience?
Yes, I would. Anytime.
Okay.
I'm an open book. The truth needs to be told, and nobody's doing it. They got all these theories.
Not necessarily true, man. I think some people, other than the peeing inside the house, which I've heard of them being able to come into a trailer. I've heard of them rocking trailers. I've heard them like kind of materializing and all these things. I just never heard the peeing part. And there was quite a few things you said that I've never heard before, and I've never seen a video like that before.
Okay, I got to tell you one more thing.
Sure.
Okay, so John Badger wanted to know if he could put a brand new camera out in the state land, and I said, okay, new SD card, new lithium batteries, and I got a deer stand out in that state land. It's right in the woods, about 50, 60 yards away is my gifting area, my old one. So we do that there. We get in the stand. It's not big enough for 2 people. So he's sitting on my chair, and I just made it, made a platform, made some railings there, and put some camouflage burlap around it. So he's sitting in my chair like this. and I got to stand. My shoulder's touching his shoulder. About 11 o'clock at night, it's so dark out, I can't even see him. But I see this doorway looking thing. It's like the size of a garage door, but way, way taller. And it's shimmering like the northern lights. Reddish, greenish, bluish, yellowish, orangish, whitish, like it's kind of shimmering. Like if you see the northern lights like that.
Yes.
And I'm looking at it, and I don't say nothing to him. I take my glasses off, rub my eyes. Am I seeing that? Yeah, I am. I say, John, you see that over there? Whispering. He said, yeah, he's watching it too. Now, it's in the fall, and it's cold out. Leaves on the ground all over. All of a sudden, two massive orbs come out of it. Big like this. Orangish like. But they're walking. We can hear the footsteps in the leaves. They go over to that gifting thing. We're both watching.
God.
Yes, they do. And we're in awe, you know. We're not thinking about taking no pictures. We're just looking at it, kind of dumbfounded. Maybe a minute or so, a little bit later, they come back. The first one is not in orb form. The cone head, the red eyes, the shoulders, arms swinging back and forth. The other one is. They go to that doorway looking thing, as I'm calling it, and it's all gone. Nothing. We wait a little bit, maybe a minute or so, sit there. We get down. Guess what? Peanut butter's gone. Apples are gone. When we get home, the SD card's wiped clean, not even a picture of us, and the batteries are drained dry, just like that. That's what they can do. I want to say this. There's no such thing as a woo about Sasquatch. People say, oh, you're going down the woo.
They're
not.
It's a very important thing that we have to make sure that you have to understand there's certain wordings that get put out there, whether it be toxic masculinity or whatever.
Yep.
These words are put there to have a certain effect in your mind psychologically.
I agree with you.
I take it, when you say the woo, I take it as like a badge of honor. So if you want to, that's not going to hurt me any.
No.
You know what I mean? And it shouldn't hurt you any. You know what you know.
Yeah.
And you have evidence to back it up. If you had Jason McKenzie there and the She Squatchers there amongst many, many others. I didn't even know. I didn't even know about you, man. This is what's blowing me away. I've been doing this for almost 2 years in February, and there's different people, but a lot of things you're saying is matching up with other pieces of the puzzle that I've been hearing, and now I have even more questions, and you keep collecting the questions, and there's nothing wrong with saying I don't know, man.
Yeah, but here's the reason I say there's no such thing about the woo or rabbit hole. Because that's what Sasquatch is, what they've always been, and what they can do. That's what they are. The people that say that and don't want to believe it are the ones that want to try to get evidence, be the next multimillionaire, get the evidence, shoot one. And when they start knowing what the real truth is, they don't want to accept it because then they know that's never going to happen.
You're saying they're looking at it from some sick financial angle.
Exactly right. I'm going to tell you one last thing, then I
can
go on again. They gave me another mindspeak message about a month ago during deer hunting. I get to my deer stand about 4:45 in the morning, and I'm actually there too early, and I think, oh my God, I'll be cold before it even gets light out. So I'm sitting there, and I hear some walking go by me. It's a deer. Then I hear something to the right of me, but I'm not going to move because I don't want to scare a deer away, and then it scares everything else away. And about 4:45 in the morning, I get another mindspeak, and like overwhelm me again. They want me to give this message out. Here's the message they say. We do not want humans to prove us to the world. Humanity is not ready. There's too many people that want to kill us, be the next millionaire. We will prove ourselves to the world when humanity is ready. We don't want it and we don't need it. That is the mindspeak message they gave to me.
Yeah, so the thing is that I don't know if we necessarily need it, but we definitely want it because of our nature as humans to be.
No.
No. Yeah. I'm going from your angle, buddy. As I'm just thinking, They stated their idea, their premise, their thoughts, and what they feel about it. I'm thinking from our side, the humanity side, because we just want to know for whatever reason that we have what's out there in the ocean. Why did we go over here, the land bridge or whatever? But we have to somehow change our point of view and open our minds a little bit. You seem to be that kind of guy. I would say heart, but that's kind of my way of looking at things. I'm a little bit more Eastern mysticism kind of thing, but at the same time, I really do understand what you're saying, man. I really do. And
people have said to me before, well, look at the natives of the Indians. They used to be with them. And I said, why? Because they weren't trying to exploit them. They were living in harmony as one. Humans now are not trying to do that. That's the difference.
Right. All right. Randy, I want to. This is for me, and this is not me banging on any other people I've had on. I've had plenty of Sasquatch. It's the most comprehensive. It's my favorite. And I'm not. And I don't want to choose favorites. It's just not the way to look at it.
Sure.
I love that you're putting. I love the questions that are presented now in my consciousness because of you coming on, and I really appreciate that, my friend.
Yeah, I'm glad you let me come on. Yep.
I'll stay in contact with you, and I will set you up probably somewhere near the end of January, beginning of February to come back on. Does that sound good?
Yeah, and then if you come to my place, I will really tell them to get you.
And that's don't do that. I have paranormal experiences. I've had those, but I haven't had any Sasquatch as of yet. So yeah. I'll tell you about them one day too. They're also quite weird. But anyway, Randy, I really appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. So remember, guys, we are the eye. We are aware. I love you all, and you have yourself a wonderful day. You have been watching the Eye of Jupiter podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of your favorite interviews. And remember, we are the Eye, and we are aware.